It's a new day. ALC. Expansion team business. Let's do it. Who is it? Dilated Peoples. Set to pack 'em in. Ladies and gentlemen.
Like famous for this hardcore touring type schedule. How's it going? And like, do you have any words? How do you maintain like your bodies and stuff with given your touring schedules?
Well, we've been doing this a long time, man. So we know how to party and still keep it on the side of the line. Make sure we're ready for the show the next day. But I mean, basically we just try to eat right, smoke right, drink right. Do whatever we're gonna do, just do it right.
Starbucks,
yoga,
Starbucks, marijuana for me. That's this and this. The rest is just happens.
And the other thing,
and hand sanitizer,
of course.
The other thing that's like real dope is like when I've seen you guys at House of Blues at Park West, and it was really crazy when you came back with Little Brother kind of on your own, and still like regardless of where you guys are, you bring that fire. Like what's it like? What was it like when you came back to Chicago on your solo tour? And kind of like it was like you attacked it almost. You had to win the fans over all over again.
Yeah, it was fresh. That's how it was every night. It was like come out, you know what I'm saying, and then to a lot of people, you're a brand new artist. With the solo album, I really didn't try to promote Dilated Peoples too heavy. Like it's featuring Rocka, it's featuring Babu, but it didn't say featuring Dilated Peoples. I really didn't put that anywhere. So a lot of people, first and foremost, were surprised, when I came out, and then a lot of people were just checking me out. And then, like we said, about halfway through, or maybe before that, tide starts to switch.
Yeah.
And by the end of the shit, it's like that's normal fashion.
And one song that is just more kind of stuck out to me the most on that album was "Chase the Clouds Away." And I just wanted that's a great track. And I know at the end you're like, man, what the fuck am I doing? And stuff. But like when you got into that mode, when you were writing it, were you just thinking like, yeah, I just want to feel good, put it out? What was it like making that
the
track?
whole thing was kind of like a loose homage to Ice Cube. Today was a good day.
Yeah.
At the end of Ice Cube today, he's like, "Yo, Pooh, stop this shit. What the fuck was I thinking about?" So that's just a further, I'm just paying tribute to Ice Cube further. But that was an Alchemist beat. It happened at the right time, and I wrote an honest song, and it just fit well on the record. We shot a video for it. It's actually just got added to MTV too, sucker free. So that'll be out on the weekend of July 4th on MTV, which is dope. A year later, here we go.
Yeah.
So that's dope. And when I did that song that night, that was probably the biggest reaction. So we've incorporated that song into the Dilated set. So I'll do it too.
Cool. Speaking of MTV, like you guys have built a very strong fan base without a lot of MTV presence. Does it feel better knowing that? And do you feel a deeper connection to your fans because they're people that seek you out in a sense?
I mean, I would love to have the MTV spins too. I don't feel better because MTV's not spinning it, but it does feel good to know that we're the type of group that doesn't have to rely on a mainstream media outlet in order to be heard. Our reputation precedes us, our ability to get on stage and do what we do live, get in the studio and do what we do. It transcends it. So, I mean, it'd be great if MTV spun our videos all the time. But if they don't, we still keep doing it how we do it. It's no problem.
Okay. Before this, we were in the studio with an artist, and he was saying that it's hard for him to sometimes come up with hooks, and like MCs sometimes drain themselves thinking of a hook nowadays when they want to get their song played. And then he was like, man, I really wish I had a DJ who could come in on the hook and just make a scratch hook. And like, what role does Babu play in terms of you guys writing your rhymes and putting a song together?
Like I would say he really does like pretty much nothing.
He's the hooker.
Like for us, like because he's pretty much useless.
Hook
like,
nice.
Like we write everything and then like do all of it and like we do with our mouths first. So then like when he goes in, he just like he keeps listening until it like matches exactly with what we laid down.
A lot of punch. He punches a lot. Like each little is a punch, and he puts it all together in Pro Tools. It's crazy.
A lot of pro toolery going on.
So it's like when you see him live, like he can't even do it. So it's kind of fresh.
So I bet you were happy when Serato came out. Right? You just put the loops all in there.
Yeah,
Just like
since like Serato and stuff, he's got a lot better.
I'm just here to hang out, like smoke weed. Like, at the end of the day, like everyone just keeps me around because I'm funny.
Like they don't want to do something like have Babu do it.
Yeah.
No, it's just more like
Arby's run.
Talk about.
Babu. Yeah. Like he's been doing a lot of Arby's runs for us.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Well, can you talk about anything about Crown of Thorns?
Yeah, I'm in the studio working on it right now. First record, actually, you could be here tonight, right? The show tonight.
Yep.
You hear a little couple bars of it tonight. My first full-length solo LP. You get into the different solo records or projects or things that I've been on, and it's definitely along those lines, just pushing the line a little bit further.
Yeah.
For sure, I already got a track from Babu. That's what I'm gonna be doing tonight. Everybody lays me with some joints. Beat miners lays me. I'm pestering Alchemist regularly for my joints.
On the way.
Yeah, so
I won't miss this one.
We're doing good things with it.
Speaking of Alchemist, like he's been with you guys for a long time. Can you give the people that may not know, like Al's role in what you guys are doing, how he fits in with the whole Dilated Peoples?
He's the official group namer.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this group has a name, so do you name other groups?
Yes, occasionally. You know. I don't have my business card with me, but I'm known to name a group or two. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Word.
That's pretty good business. I don't see a lot of like group
ghost
namers
namer.
out.
Yeah,
Ghost
you know
name.
what I'm saying? You need a name, holler. You know what I'm saying?
Benny
MySpace
Rock
out.
We're
You got what's Roosevelt
treasure chest.
Treasure Chest. You should sell names, dog. Shit, I need a name like that. Okay. All right.
Al's been down with us from jump, man, from very early on. It was when I met Ev, he was already going around. They were already, terrorizing Los Angeles together. So he's been around the scene as long as there has been a scene for Dilated. And he actually, I'm joking, but he actually is the person named Dilated People. So cool cat too.
Dope, man.
Takes care of us in New York. It's all good.
Give you the thanks.
Yeah. Well, all right. Lastly, man, because I really do appreciate your time. What is up next for Dilated Peoples as a unit? Because I think after the release party, first of all, was a great movie. I enjoyed it a lot, and it was really cool to hear, especially the parts where you were talking about how you found a loophole and you went in and did research, whatever needed to be done. And like it seems like a lot of groups get into trouble because they're young, they're not really knowledgeable when the record labels are, and they're really fast to sign. Like, yeah, I just want to get my music out.
I mean, I wasn't born with the knowledge, I'm just not going to limit myself and just be like, okay, I rhyme a word at the end of a sentence and that's what I do in life, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if my career is in jeopardy, I'm going to figure out a way to get out of it, and that's just how I look at life, It was an opportunity and we made moves happen, I didn't do nothing miraculous or spectacular. I went to the library and read a book, you know what I mean? It's free, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't do anything that anybody else couldn't do, except I'm just, I guess, one of the only people in the world apparently that did it. You know what I mean? Everybody else just lets their lawyer speak for them, or lets their handlers do their job for them. And I guess they just hold their breath and hope for the best. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that type of cat though. So
Yeah. So sorry. What is up for Dilated next?
So with that said, we're still looking over our last label's paperwork. Just found another loophole. We're going back.
The loophole inside the loophole.
Yeah, jumping. What are those called?
loops.
Still we were Jodie Foster, and she's going.
Oh, that shit. Oh, word.
Jodie Foster joints.
Oh, Jodie Foster.
Yeah, Jodie.
Yo.
JF, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
We stay busy, man. We stay in the studio.
A lot
stay
of
on
shit.
the road.
It's going to be very strategically organized and planned. First is over here. Duck Season 3. Great record.
It's October 28th.
Pretty amazing.
October 28th.
That's first. I feel like, what was the movie? Talladega Nights. I don't know if it's in my hands sometimes.
What am I supposed to do with my...
So I'm just going to keep them up like this. So, Duck Season 3 is coming. and then we're gonna move it over there.
We live on RubyHornet.com, y'all. That's what it is. Dilated Peoples and the Alchemist.
Figure that shit
Straight
out.
out the shot. Get it right.
It's the people, yeah, back again for the very fourth time. Don't worry if I write checks, I write rhymes.
Bring that back to the top, man.
Yeah, you like that, right?
I need to hear that from the top. Yo, Bad.
Don't worry if I write checks, I write rhymes. It's a new year, okay, got shit to confess.